shanty go on and on. Yes, Raga Shanti. Do you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I need some and blend that time.
Raga Shanti live. Raga Shanti live. Raga Shanti live.
Who Jai doing that? I saw Jai doing that. Are you Jai doing? All right. Once a good night, people. Good night. Raga Shanti live in your ears right up on the Big Bad Bridge 99 FM with me, Miss Cherry Washbelly. My mama last speaking Raga Shanti. That would be my name. Good night. And what a wonderful night it is indeed. Well, I think it is here in New York City. It's a good night. The temperature is the temperature is in the realm that I like. You know, not too hot. It's a tad bit on the humid side, but it's quite manageable, you know. It has that Jamaica feel. The temperature right now in New York has that Jamaica feel. Well, we're quite aware that that's not going to last, right? We're definitely in a state that is seasonal in every sense of the word. We do indeed, in Florida, we don't experience, the 4 seasons as we do here in New York. So we know that this is going to change sometime soon. Well, big up Fatta Diamond and the whole crew who, Fatta Diamond, big up yourself, my general, Dabba Diamond and the whole works, large upon yourself, everything is everything. I want to big up 20 Yo, 20 nice studio.
Oh, you mean? What?
All right, yeah.
I'm leave.
Hold on. Lalibela, you are going. A couple of things.
Talk to me.
I'm going to go in and talk in the first part of my show tonight, where when you drive out of your leave, I want you to listen because I know you're going to appreciate the media. That's the first thing. See?
Sure.
So I know you're going to appreciate it. So I'm going in and talk when I promise them so I'm going to do some time ago, and I'm definitely going to do it. I want you to listen because when I talk to you differently, I want your med Spanish.
All right, so you are going now. I'm going to go and listen to it, and I'm going to appreciate, love it. I'm going to appreciate it because you don't know, say, 7 always 8, 9.
No. All right. No, but going to that, because some of that I'm going to talk about, but now that you mention it,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, say, not feeling no way still, but when I grew up and we hear Rasta change up a word, some me think say, well, I don't know idiot.
Of course.
No, me think say the whole I don't know idiot. All right, but you remember from what they may say, boy, it's just amazing that what is now uplifting and empowering and so critically important now and all these things is Rasta first me hear them with a Jamaica.
Well, the thing about it, everything when you and different people always cough at it first. And then when Rasta, I make a one know, and there's the new faculty of interpretation of words. Because just check it for real. When Rasta even name them youth a particular way and hear some strange name, you say, oh, if you name him, pick that, him can't call it when him go to school. But then the name has a meaning. And if a man fat, him call him fatty, and if him slim, him call him tready. So every name is a word, and every word is a meaning, has a meaning. So Rastafari always do that something, man.
But hear what me I say.
Yeah.
When I was studying and at different junctures, I came upon different scholarship in my learnings and whatever.
Same.
And I'm an anthropologist, right? In anthropology, you have 4 areas. Some say 5, but it's really 4, right?
Yeah.
So you have physical, biological anthropologists.
Yes.
You have archaeology, that enough
Yes.
people don't know is a division of anthropology.
Yes.
I am trained as a cultural anthropologist. However,
Yes.
you have linguistic anthropologists.
Yes.
So when I became exposed to linguistic anthropologists, and anthropology is concerned with identity and culture.
Mm-hmm.
And identity is who you are.
Definitely.
Right? All right. And then I was introduced to these amazing, credible, and just really competent scholarship
Yeah.
that demonstrated how you speak
Yes.
is constantly affirming your identity.
True.
How you speak, or you talk about roach or football game and thing. These are what they must say. They must say no matter what you talk about, there are things, there's subliminal processes, unconscious processes at work
Yeah.
that are affirming certain values inside it. And I was like, whoa. So when it bring me back now, I say, Rasta, I say, yo, don't focus on under too much. If you say under too much, you go, unconsciously you go think under is just natural. And then, so don't say understand. Say overstand, And I thought it was just
inner stand.
Inner stand. No, but I said, at the time when me are here, because Monday gone, I talk to a young lady who listened to me a long time, Mataran, and she give me some good mix-up and tying and them too. But Mataran kept saying, so you overs what me I say? You overs what me I say? So when the show done, there are a lot of people up here in North America and Canada who they have some sort of connection with Jamaica, their parents or whatever, or the person who them there with them husband. So there's an incredible thirst here for indigenous Jamaica, just to understand Jamaica. So quite a few of those people call me and like, what did she mean by overs? She kept saying overs, if you overs me. So then I had to explain the etiology of it, which the genesis of it, that I said, this is really coming from Rastafari in Jamaica, when Rasta was telling us, stop saying understand. Say over, don't go under, go over. And it sounds trivial then, and I feel sad that I had to come hear it from white scholarship to say, oh, but see what the rest of them did that, but just never see it then. But that is just another example again where we have to give thanks.
Well, that is what made a chat about from experience earlier, that the Rastafarian culture has helped to shape the narrative all over the world, shape different cultures. I mean, you talk about some people who like in the diaspora who have Jamaican connection, but you have some people all over Europe where them have no connection to Jamaica more than the music, and they have learned patois so much and learn to chat like us, like their first language is what is in their place, but their second language is not even English but patois. And then the Rastafarian new faculty now, them overstand that enough because them listen to the music, so they would have overs are really overstanding. You know what I mean? And the under the, if you're up on the sea afloat, and I think, too much under.
No. But what me I say, check this now.
Yeah.
One of the things that I explained to my listeners, because I'm sure they say, later on I found out that this actually exists in upper middle class Jamaica and upper class. But me never grew amongst them people, so me never know. So it's when me come to America, I noticed like middle class people, whether black or white or whatever, when they're kids, you have one side where people work too much here and sacrifice the family values, but you have another side where the family is so important. When the kids are playing, them turn upon them good. It's a big thing here, at the swimming, at them football, at them softball and whatever. And there's this thing here where middle class parents, go Johnny, good job. So I was at one of these things in Connecticut. I was in Colebrook, Connecticut, and this man was like, "Good job, go Johnny, good, yeah!" And then he turned to me and him say, "My son sucks. He's awful, but man, I'm here for him." And him not mean it in a bad way. In a way, I must say, his son is not good in the game. But as a parent, he sees it as his responsibility to be there, cheering on his son and building his son's confidence. And it gave me a moment, an opportunity to reflect. And I said, no wonder these kids grew up thinking they own the world and they can do anything. And I'm saying, why aren't some of these things, practiced in like communities where I'm from and whatever? Lemon, the comedian, him have a routine where him say, On a need to stop tell the people them about you're coming like a dirty pooper and you're not this and that. Let me say, when you're not discipline on the people them, you must say, you damn doctor, you liar, you what? No, it's a joke, you know. But again, it tie back into what we are saying. You know.
Well, one of the things,
self-fulfilling prophecy, Tony.
Yes,
self-fulfilling. If you hear something every day,
it becomes a part of you.
And it go right back to what I say. If you talk a certain way every day and watch what you say. Yes. And be conscious of what you say, like a Rasta teacher for a long time, it becomes a part of you too. It builds your confidence. You're unstoppable. You're impenetrable. You can't take on the world and do any damn thing what you want to do. And nobody can touch you.
Yes, Raga, it's true. There's a call on the line and I'm going to cut. But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Now. You see, especially when the picnic them small and they are under the impression, when they have the impressionable minds, it's a very important time to inject into their psyche everything that is positive. You see, if we personally did support Marcus Garvey philosophy and put that in our youth head, yeah man, we would have filled with more geniuses than what we have right now.
I am
so
telling
we have to
you.
And it's not too late for doing it enough.
No. I'm doing it now with my kids.
And your program too, because once you have the instrument of influence, you can influence too.
There you go. I was at a friend's house years ago when their son was 6 years old.
See it.
And them a player.
Yeah.
And this was in up in Jacksonville side there, you know?
See it.
And accomplished people in Jamaica whose name will remain unmentioned right now for obvious purposes, but everybody know them and thing. And the kids were playing 6 year old and 5 and 4 and 7. And at one point I hear that little boy at 6 year old say, when I grow up and I'm the CEO of my companies, you are not going to do that. And Tony, when me a 6 year old I grew up, CEO, what that mean? And listen up. No, and what was interesting, he didn't even use a singular. He used a plural.
Yes.
So there is something going on with his parents, the way that he's being raised, that at 6 year old, it's already in him. Even in his play, because you have a thing named play therapy, you know, and when you watch them animals show that them say, it's what the animal them do, them a practice because that when determine them ability to survive and them hunt and whatever. So at 6 years old, this child knew that he was already a leader. He's going to be running his own companies.
Yes.
Them something that we need for you understand, and we need them something there in a ghetto. We need them something there in a ghetto. You know, country people and with our opinion when them grow up, so them have the confidence and when them reach a point, just like them at a picnic, when you say, how come you're like that? And they go, I don't know. That's just how I was raised. It was just automatic.
Well, the truth is, in the country where I am from, I man get them kind of positive energy there. Injected in I and I from I was young, and we come through with that forward. And we make sure we pass that on to the youth them where we have to talk to now. And whole of people I get to overstand that more, because there is no prescribed blueprint of for grow youth. Sometimes it comes through trial and error, but enough track record that
is there, where we can say this work, you know. So, but what I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm going to listen. But the last thing before you go, though.
Yes.
The last thing before you go.
Yes.
It has been my firm conviction that I have a high intolerance for the systemic hypocrisy that exists in Jamaica, right? And I remember even one time, when I was being reprimanded by the Broadcast Commission, they called, you were one of the people them who they call in and say, we want so and so. I'm going to drop back on me and watch it. And I say, look at them now. I know when they're ready for call Rasta, don't, and things like that, whatever. But look upon the other things them Rasta asking for do, right? Rasta asking for acknowledge, say, Alexander Bustamante ordered the nation security forces to kill our citizens who happen to have a philosophy that was
different.
was advocating the empowerment of black people, and now
Yes.
no running Panaman, but to not acknowledge it. We need for all Bustamante accountable as an example to people of this day and age. And all these other things that Rasta has always been saying, but them now do them something, you know. But when it's convenient, because what kind of music this? Why don't have uplifting music like Bob Marley and this and that and what? So I have a problem with that hypocrisy. But when on a broader level though,
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Jamaica need to reach a point right here now where them acknowledge the immeasurable contribution Rastafari has made to the collective health of the nation, not only economically but psychoculturally, and Rasta need to be recognized in a sincere way as an example to the rest of the nation. And we need to compartmentalize and show different area. We are enough of what we want to consider positive now. Enough of what Jamaicans, and you know, when me I grew up, you're black and ugly like, and all them something there. Now me hear people I said this and that, and I'm a challenge people. People, listen to me I tell you now. When me I grew up, all of this one I do now. Enough Rasta get beat in the feet, left, right, and center.
No, man, that's true.
And them now big up right now. Them need to do something along them lines. Not only for the recognition, but as an example to the people of what should be valued, what is important, and as a part of like a corrective measure also.
No, it good for hear a man who trim off him here that way they said that something who say it's not Rastafari. But you know, Raga, you know say as a Rasta man though, we not to look for that something there because them tell we to say the king not get him honor in his own country and the whole other stuff there. And when we do things, we do things like the sun, unconditionally. You notice that the sun shine and it never look for anything in return.
I know. I mean, the very thing I'm identifying by definition is not something that people do for recognition.
Right.
Right? So I understand that, but still, given how many other people I get, you know, the adulation for this person and that person or whatever.
Them can talk some
and
truth.
given that they themselves, when it's convenient for them, they like to talk about why you can't be like this and that, why you can't be so and so and so. So if you really believe in that, then acknowledge the people who were being like that from way back Leonard Ebert and Archibald Dunkley and Pinnacle and Garvey himself on the turn on the back pan, and when the man did that come back on the race him up and all him something there.
The system set.
Yeah,
the system set. And most of the times when it comes to politicians, if you notice, they say the right thing right before the election. And after the election, them stop say all of that. We overs the whole of the something they know. But what we say is that we have to continue do what we are doing. Say what we have to say. People like yourself and others, them know the truth. Them sister Rastafari has been a stalwart in the culture, in the food, in the music, in all aspects of life that they can emulate and highly know. So we give thanks to the bridge there. We're up on the bridge right now, and we have the Rasperians, and we're there reason with Raga Shanti, and you talk some truth. Continue to talk it, my brethren. You know, I'm going to listen to you when
Yeah. I'm going to take a break now and then make you angle your business and thing and what. Don't get vexed, but somebody sing up on the thing or whatever, and I'm just sharing this with you. You don't have to respond or anything. I'm just telling you. Quite a few ladies on seeing you, they're of the opinion. Their words, not mine, their word. But I never know, say, 26, we're going to have him number. So I just want to know, I am being in a woman a bother me for your number and them say you're sexy and what. Me not busy with that, you know. I just tell you, you know, you have some woman want to dry your way. I want to play now you're naughty. I tell you.
Raga, hear me now. Me not understand how them just got them optician lately.
Oh, them just say a long time something. No man, you see back in the day you used to wear the big clothes them like Capleton and we when we wear them linen back in the days. That be a big clothes we used to wear. So now they must say it, they must say, you know, a different thing. Yeah. And you have this lady though, I'm like for your opinion. This is a woman who work in Manhattan, you know. She's an accomplished lawyer in the financial field, but a lawyer, you know, in securities and things. And she's like, Oh my God, his effervescence is just so sexy. It's confident. Some love say, oh, she have focused on the intangibles, not like the physical, but she consider you sexy based on your attitude, your outlook, your worldview. And she wants you. She want to do something to you, Tony. She want to do something.
All right, so tell her for me
Yeah.
that the word platonic is in my vocab.
You're right.
And definitely there are so many things to do more than to have a physical connection. So even though she did it, so I'm there.
I'm just the messenger.
Yeah,
I'm just the messenger.
Tell her for call me.
All right then. Cool.
All right.
All right, my brother.
Hold
That's how
on now.
Yeah.
When you see them again, make them know, say, I love them long time. I did sing songs, and I love them like Fresh Vegetable, and all of them sitting there. Long time I said that from 1991. So we love them because we think the beauty of God's plan is to have a man and a woman.
Okay.
Argument done.
All right. You know, so I pray you want to come get me, all right? Listen to me now, man. Hey. All right, we can't leave that right there.
Leave it there.
Then
Leave
come
it there.
take no set from me at
Leave it there. Mind the bridge broke now. Just go on.
All right, Mr. Rebel. Yeah, man. Protection, man.
Yeah.
All right, people. President, we're going to take a break right now. I'm going to come back. I do my presentation, all right? Because when I do my presentation, I see about if I take the break and all these things, and next thing you know, I have to contacts in and Bobby and all them something. Hold the break right now, President.
It's the Bridge 99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
Yes, when music hit you feel no pain. Reggae music, nicey, man.
That's right. You'll be skanking sweets all Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. with none other than the iconic Jack Scorpio with Black Scorpio right here in the building as he takes you on a historical journey of our music from ska, rock steady, dancehall of course, and reggae.
Hey, ring the alarm. Hey, whoa.
You heard right, it's Juiceland Rock on the Bridge with the Jack Scorpio this and every Saturday right here.
On the bridge, remember www.thebridge99fm.com. The bridge to the world. Jack Scorpio said that.
Check.
Brand new album from Vibes Cartel, the undisputed boss of the dance hall.
In feel asylum and comedy. To the money making miracles we happen if you with it. Said them are your friend, but them jealous.
Born for this, featuring hit singles.
Hello world, I'm taking over.
Vibes Cartel, Born for this. Available on all digital platforms. Distributed by Happilus. Your music everywhere.
Pass school, pass couple tests, do some homework.
The entertainment queen returned to the airwaves on the Bridge 99 FM.
Affetchi. Don't a ton.
Boy, you hear me? If your job, you better pull over. Because this is Beelman representing for the crossover with Nicky Z from Jamaica on Bridge 99 FM.
That's right, everybody. Join me, Nikki Z. It's the crossover. Conversations, giveaways, and strictly the best music. Oh, and you know I got the dish, right?
You serious?
Oh, and we are going to connect everyone together. I'm talking the whole diaspora. We also got the 411, the scoop, just for you.
It's 1 to 5 p.m. with Nikki Z.
Crossover, Nikki Z. J.A., New York. You know the flex. Yeah, the airwaves ain't never been the same. Yo, it's Bridge 99 FM, definitely the crossover.
I'm a drop.
It's Nikki Z.
Yo, this is Usain Bolt, isn't me? And you listen to Bridge 99 FM. Remember that, out here, bad music.
Just a kid from the country, living the dream. Just a kid from the country, pushing the wheels. Just a kid.
Raga Shanti Live. Raga Shanti Live. Raga Shanti Live.
All right, back in I juggling. I'm in name Raga Shanti. I'm me and Miss Cherry. Wash belly, you understand? So we're going to go in and we look at Ray Entertainment, likely the second or one thing. But a few weeks ago, at the bottom back, my show was yeah. A few weeks ago, I had indicated to you that I was going to make a presentation on a part of my journey, right? And one that has profoundly impacted me. Many of you who have been listening to me over the years, you have heard parts of this already, some parts more than once. If anything, I've been quite consistent, in my utterings, despite what you may hear or may have heard some people say over the decades, over the more than 2 decades that I've been involved in media. But many of you, who I want to say Ragashanti live, for which I'm very, very thankful, with respect to that loyalty. You're going to hear some of this and you're going to say, well, yeah, it's true. Indeed, said him something before. But for many of you, it's going to be the first time. And I'm sharing this for you, if you have never done so, to help you to look at our country, our fellow countrywomen and countrymen who happen to be Rastafari, for you to appreciate not only their viewpoint, that they live by, their worldview, but to see where their accomplishments have influenced us. Even some of the most die-hearted Christians who I hear, defending their heritage and so forth. I just want you to appreciate that, much of what we embrace today, much of what we value today, much of what gives us a lot of power today, we owe to Rastafari. And I am a personal testament to that, and I'm going to tell you why now. So I had a mother who loved me. My mother loved me without apology. I always tell people, my mother, I always forget that when we live out west, you say I'm place named Grassyard. I don't know if I'm going to think Grassyard still about again. But you say I'm place named Grassyard, we go buy coal and thing. It was my job to walk, go down Bond Street and go down Spanish Town Road and go Grassyard and go buy coal. It was my job to go buy the cursing aisle and them something there and whatever. And then one time when I go buy them something and I come back and I come up Bread Lane and I turn from Percy Street, which part me used to live. At that time, Wellington Street was JLP, but Regent Street was PNP, and Percy Street run from Wellington Street to Regent Street. And unfortunately, that was the road where them bust up shut off of one another. And lo and behold, one day I broke a corner and I come around from Percy Street for go to my yard, 17 Percy Street. And I be a shot start bake. That time, boy, I look a picnic, And I freeze. Just stand up there and shut a fire around me. Them one set a fire around me. And my mother that run out in a road, man. My mother afraid of gunman, My mother afraid of gunman. My mother afraid of a gunshot, understandably. But when she see her picnic in the middle, a shot a bake and a tear off wall like whatever, she did not hesitate. My mother ran out in the road and I cussed both PNP and JLP. I want to kill me picnic. Whatever this and that. My mother ran out and grabbed me up in the middle of Percy Street. Till the man them stop fire shot. Them start cuss them one another. I found the shot, they still a fire when the woman run out, when Mr. run out. When we look back on it, it come like a joke and thing or whatever. But, again, it was one of those moments where, fully appreciate what your parent do for you, what your mother do for you. And, you never fully appreciate. You're young, understand and things. So, me just always love to share that to make people know, say, there was no doubt my mother loved me. My mother loved me. But my mother was also the product of a country named Jamaica, where we come from, right? And unfortunately, in her upbringing and things, she too was taught certain things and that she accepted. At times, I sense she resisted it. At times, I sense that, in retrospect, when I engage in analysis of some of the things that happened back then, I realized that at times my mother sensed something wrong with it, but she would frame it in the context of where she was from. Mile Gully sent me her country, up in the hill bush. So my mother had that thing where she always had defend country people. But in defending country people, there are times when I realize she ventured down the path of black empowerment and a resistance, to embrace and internalize concepts and principles that serve to devalue us, our African heritage, to value the customs and practices that we had then, that were descended from our African ancestors, brought to Jamaica, and who them white people that did call slaves. Right? My mother she had a strong defense of those things, but she never framed it in terms of, blackness or Africanness or whatever. It was a country people thing for she, because that is where she come from, and that is what she learned, and that is what she knew. And she was speaking from an experiential ethos. You understand? So it follows then that had my mother learned something else also, if there was, say, for example, a consciousness in the leadership of the country that realized the importance of our African heritage, not just on Independence Day and festival, but in terms of it, the necessity, there's a value for it being a lived experience and thing. Had they realized that, and for example, Professor Nettleford, before he passed, he was always a strong advocate, like, why isn't culture taught in school? Were those things being taught, and my mother had known that, she would have passed them on to me, but she just never knew. I made sure I tell you all of these things to just make it undeniable that my mother loved me. But at the same time, there were times when, there was one time, my mother used to say, when I wash my face, she said, when your nose wet, you must straighten up your nose. You hear? Hold your nose and straighten it when it's wet. Now, somewhere in her reasoning is that when something is wet, it is more, shall we say, disposed to be molded into something else, which makes sense. If we deal with clear, you can't go mold one concrete brick, one block. Clear, you have to wet it up, man, for mold it. So, I guess, there's somewhere in her logic that was what was going on. But again, it was another practice. Sadly, there was one time too when my mother said something along the lines of putting clothespin on my nose when I was going to bed. But she said, I remember there was something like, no, because you don't sleep with your mouth open. So there was some kind of logic there that because you don't sleep with your mouth open, we can't put the clothespin by your nose and whatever. So my mother then had, as much as she loved me, she had a problem with my nose. Now remember now, I'm a child, and this is the mother where love you, And there was no ambiguity there whether or not my mother loved me. But at the same time, this person who loved me was also communicating to me, to engage in certain activities that serve to engender and facilitate self-hate. But my mother did not understand that, because she telling me to do that with my nose and so forth, that was her way of looking out for me. But, again, what she was communicating to me and what I was internalizing from her was that there was something wrong with my nose. And listen to me, people. There is nothing more dangerous. There is very few things more dangerous and simultaneously confusing than knowing that someone loves you, really, really loves you, but that they engage in an activity that causes you harm. Even in relationships, even in when you're growing and whatever, when I was counseling, I came upon that. And a woman would say, I know he loves me. He really loves me because he does this, he does that, he does that, he does that, he does that. But then he goes and do this. And, that confusion, it's very, very, it's very, very confusing for a lot of people. And, but can you imagine what it also meant for a child? Now, this was also occurring in a Jamaican social context where the few uptown people that I was exposed to at my church, we went to two types of church. We went to Revival Church, and we also went to East Queen Street Baptist Church, Sunday school and all that. So in going to East Queen Street Baptist Church, that was where I had my introduction to a few uptown people. Because in general, me never had their own uptown people growing up. But at church, there were a few. And at that time, it was not uncommon to hear uptown people when they meet one another to talk like this. They say things like, I am kind of making up something now, but just kind of performing what I heard. And it was like, so have you seen Sandra? No, yes, I saw her. And that she got her nose fixed, Sandra fixed her nose and so forth and thing. Listen to me, people. Me know say them thing they come and know. Them thing they come and know, right? In terms of plastic surgery and this and that on the body. People can't go buy breast, go buy bottom, you can't go buy eye, you can't buy anything. Right? Me hear a man attack or him buy calf. Right? And then I did think of something new, and I said, no, bodybuilders been doing that for a long time. No, the one that take the cake, the one that take the cake is one time me hear a woman chat to another woman about a third woman who are going like she hot. And she made a statement along the lines of, she are going like she hot, and she don't even have real fake breasts, a fake breast she have. Yo, people, me I tell you, that mash on my head for a while. Me never process it. So me I say, hold on. Real fake breasts and fake breasts. Now, what is interesting about that construction, and that comparison being made, is that there are verbs and nouns there, right? So when you say real fake and fake, basically, the adjectives, right? So the real there is the adjective. And the fake is a noun. And then the other one, fake. The first fake, to use language used when you're learning grammar, the first fake is modifying the second fake. So the first fake is a descriptor. It's describing, it's identifying the character of the noun. But the noun is fake. Fake. Those two words don't mean the same thing, The first fake is adjective. I describe a noun. The problem is a noun by definition is a fact. If somebody say, there's a car, the car is a noun, that is a fact. It's indisputable. A noun is a fact. So the danger in that statement is that fake has become a fact. Fake has become reality. To the point now where you can have adjectives differentiating different fakes that are facts. We are in a dangerous time here, people. And I don't want anybody to feel like I'm a true word pound and thing, right? I know a lot of people who have done things to what who the most wonderful people, kind, sweet, and everything, all right? And thing, right? So I have disciplined myself, to use I'm not using a cliche, Martin Luther King cliche, but I do pay attention to people's character more so than any which way they may have adjusted their bodies. Because I tell you, there are a lot of people out there who, them firm up them breasts and them do so and whatever, who are the nicest people, nicer than some of the wicked, evil other people. But I just give you an idea of where we are right now. So when I grew up, me hear fixed nose. And it was a thing to do amongst uptown people. That was non-existent amongst ghetto people where we come from. Nobody never talks so. It wasn't a part of the parlance. It wasn't a part of the lexicon of ghetto people, whatever. Because them things they never did have go on in. Nobody never did have access to it. The money never did have run along them lines and things. And it just wasn't a part of our culture to go fix this on your body and fix that on your body and anything like that. Okay. So it was a cultural context then where directly, indirectly, subliminally, and on multiple layers, it was being communicated to me. Not just me alone, but all who come from the social milieu from which, I came out of, right? Right? When we grew up, you're black and ugly like. There was some resistance, because there was a response. Black is beauty and red is corruption, right? But it wasn't uncommon for us to hear. It was a regular thing for hear people cuss people and say them black and ugly. I hear is when me get old and me all remember about them something and a parents will tell them, don't stay out in the sun too long, you get too black. Right? That was a context in which I grew up in. Add to that, we were taught that Rasta men and Rasta women were mad people. That they were sick. They were insane. And that's part of the reason why them keep them here like that. And that is part of, and them a worship one man in Africa and now worship God. Mad people them. Even worse, we were taught that ask anybody in my age group and thing or whatever, and I can't tell you that I joke I'm making. No man, at what time now? What time now? What the time then? No man, put that break up on something. Put it on the other one, here? Alright, cool. Me a floor. Bobby will understand. Add it to the other one, to BC, to Bobby Clark. All right, yeah. So the point I'm making, I was growing up in a context where everything black and everything African was bad. Revivalism with its strong African retention was not respected by the other churches, the European churches. Left, right, and center. So and then now I go Calabar all age with my big broad nose. And as children, kids can be cruel, The damn picnic them a Calabar all age go take it upon themselves to come notice my nose now. Remember, I done already set the stage for you and say something did already being communicated to me from the mother who loved me, from society and whatever. So something wrong with your nose. Me I hear uptown people that talk about fixed nose. So there was a thing that nose have to fix. It was a thing. It was a badge of honor if you get your nose fixed. Whatever fix meant then, and whatever this and that, which was always straight in your nose. People that talk about bad man, them good looking, look how him nose straight. You hear the DJ, them a say it and this and that, but straight nose. When them talk about oh good looking, look how him brown, and look how she brown and pretty with straight nose. You're hearing all these things. They were just a natural part of life and whatever, contributing to a devaluation of everything that was in opposition to that which was being celebrated, which was from a European ethos. So within that context, I'm going to go Calabar all age. And then I know I said the people them start call me Donkey Nose Hole. Donkey Nose Hole. Now, from me little bit do me a warrior do, But of course, me never understand what I want. All me know I was being attacked. And of course, me going to do the worst thing you can do when somebody call your nickname. Go get mad about it and start war. You know that go crazy, don't it? If somebody a bust your bubble and I call you this and that, the worst thing you can go do is just go confirm to them that they are indeed having a strong impact on you. And that me do. Me start war them back. And them did put it on for me. Donkey Nose Hole, Donkey Nose. Them beat me. And when I couldn't take it no longer now, me start rush them. You understand? And you don't know, them time they are pencil you juggle with, you look a pencil them and thing, but we used to have one thing with them, we used to get access to some plastic fork with the people that must sell out of the front. I know cook food, we forgot what them do. But me have this thing, me save up a plastic fart them for anybody who call me donkey nose rolling. And they call me donkey nose, I just rush them and start stab them up with a plastic fart. Yeah, enough plastic fart me I broke on people. So I became known as the crazy child who was stab up other people picnic. I think so. When the teacher them come and say, what's wrong with you? Wait, this and that. And, I remember Mrs. Allison and I think one woman named Mrs. Davis, them did a beg for me. And I said, no. But them a beg for me under the basis that I'm bright. Not bright as in being rude, because bright mean rude in Jamaica. But I did well in school and they loved that. I was big up my mother. I think she, me don't know, but apparently me did, well, me know somebody that do well in our school. Them time the pass my command entrance first choice and two me did ban after September 1st. But pass my command entrance was 10 and it was a big deal them out there. Boy, bright man. But before that, there was this thing that, no, him bright. No, him bright. We have to save him because him bright. Whatever, but just telling her what to go on. And it reached a point where there was this collective confirmation that something is wrong with this kid. Something is wrong with him and, he needs help. And we have to go find some way to help him and all these things. And people, they started sending me to psychiatrists. And me go talk to the guidance counselor first. And they were like, no, it is severe. We have to get him, whatever else. Then them send me to a psychiatrist up at the University Hospital at the West Indies. And I think his name was Dr. Knight. And me I get psychiatric treatment. Now, while the teacher them a show me love, again, the teacher them love me and I look out for me, But people, at no point was any of these teachers telling me that nothing is wrong with you. At no point were they saying, your nose is beautiful. At no point were they sharing any knowledge with me about my ancestors and said this is a natural thing. At no point were they telling me that, no, what happened is that Jamaica is a post-colonial society that for hundreds of years, was ruled by brutal racists, who made it their point of duty, in order to control the people, given that they were a minority, raping the country, pillaging the people and the country for their resources and things, in order to obtain wealth and so forth and things like that. And as so doing, as part of their controlling mechanism of our ancestors that they brought over, they had to also get in their minds and devalue them. And in devaluing them, they devalue their appearance. And they weren't intellectually equipped to help me. In other words, them never know better. And again, be reminded, one of the ways in which something bad can be really reinforced in you, is when you know somebody who always show you love, I tell you something else that is bad for you, You can't make that distinction there, Or if you're old enough, you have a hard time, I try to reconcile. But if she love me so much, or if him love me so much, how she do this or him do this, right? And that go on. And later, I became a psychotherapist, so I knew what was going on. I could look back and be like, that's what was going on with me. So I then internalized all of that there was something wrong with me. I had some fatal flaw. And this once gregarious child who, whatever, I became a bit of a loner in my pain and confusion. And I realized I wasn't valuing myself. And you know what I started doing? I started running away from home. I ran away from home several times. And them couldn't find me. And running away became my escape. In retrospect, I realized I had all these dreams when I was younger and going through that. I always dreamed that I was flying. I'm always flying. And when you just dream them something, you don't understand the significance. Later, I learned dream analysis and realized that was my escape. The symbolism of it was, fly, you're above the fray, you're above all of them. You're taught that higher mean more power. higher mean you're over them or whatever. So that was my dream. My dream was being a skier. I used to dream, say, I fly to planets and think I may fly. And think I may read comics and my sister superhero fly. And think anytime I experience pain and all them something, and them things I think about and whatever. Again, you know, it's when me all of me understand what did I go on them time there. All right. There's so much more I could tell you about that part. Except to say that while they were helping me with therapy, they end up now send me to Bellevue Hospital. Now, many of you can't even imagine the significance of Bellevue in Jamaica. If you're not from Jamaica from our time, you won't even begin to understand what I say. When you get sent to Bellevue, you know, I eat that for you. You done this, sir. You're mad. You're sick. You're gone. Your head gone right this. Anybody go Bellevue. Bellevue Hospital works for the mentally disabled, right? But in the Jamaican social sphere, Bellevue was, you don't have to come back, right? Bellevue, I'm mad somebody that, man. Mad somebody like that. So, look at me now. Who them at Bellevue Hospital, them send me. Then, me not call it luck, you know. Me not believe in a good luck or bad luck, right? Right? Good luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Me join that one day, right? But as it turned out, when them go send me to Bellevue, the psychiatrist that me go end up again was a man called Dr. Irie Irons. When by this time, it's just a matter of routine for me. I go hear, I go attest me because something wrong with me, I'm sick and whatever, this and that. So when Dr. Irons, them tell Dr. Irons what going on, and Dr. Irons talk to me and whatever, and I see the man, him send out the people, and him say, young man, come here, sit down here, sir. Tell me a picnic, you know. And him say, listen to me. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with your nose. You have a beautiful nose. People, you know, say, me look at him like he mad. Can me never hear that yet? Me say, me open up my eye and I look at him. And Dr. Irons said, yes, you have a beautiful nose. People, Dr. Irons, me never really say it, but I'm going to say it right now. You know, me never really say that part because me never want people think, say, me they just dumb and foolful. But really, me they dumb and foolful when it comes to them something. When the man say you have a beautiful, first of all, a male talking to me and saying you have a beautiful, anything right there, so something wrong with you, you know. And people may tell you God truth. Me said, that man is a batty man. Me know my mind. Because from a man I say, you have a beautiful. Me don't care what you, it's like in your Jamaica work, whatever you say, there's something wrong there, so stop right there, so. How you are use the word beautiful to me. But when him go say nose, me quickly move her from the homophobia and then going around and think, say, it's even worse. He's mad. Because at that time, he was the anomaly. He was the exception. But lo and behold, he was the first person who was correct, who was right. Remember me, I tell you my story, you know, but just things an entire nation I go through that something, you know. Let me say that again. Me, I tell you my story, but just think an entire nation I go through them something, you know. You never experience them things over and over and over, devaluing themselves. I wouldn't have time for going there, but those things transfer into self-destructive behavior, and the downward cycle is go on and go on and go on, and then people turn around and then identify you as a problem and think, without being able to explain, you know, the processes that got you there. And then I said, listen, anybody tell you that, nothing, don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. People, that what Dr. Iron said to me was just, I can't tell you how many times I hung on to those words after I left again and go back to school and was being attacked again. Duncan was, well, wait. The time I just go back. Just imagine. When somebody tell you something nice about yourself, affirm some good in you. Him don't even explain nothing. All the man tell you, say, nothing is wrong with your nose. And he was the first me I hear that. And that better than any therapy. Right? Pay attention. It's just somebody being nice to somebody. And I see people that do that now. I see woman I look for a straight woman and be like, hi, I just, no, don't misinterpret it, but you're looking fabulous today. You're looking real good. And them something that is good. Just tell a random stranger, say, you look good today or something like so, whatever. Them think they're powerful. And them something they normalize. All right. Me don't want to spend forever on it, but me just want to know the part, So I go on till me always get in trouble. Stone Hill jail, Halfway Tree jail, and whatever, hustle and thing and whatever, fulfill the cultural imperatives, the material cultural imperatives. Me don't forget white collar shirt, me don't forget knits ganzi, me don't forget turleen and wool length, we carry go tailor, for make them make it with Tony loop, and put one flap on one back pocket, and put the little slip with the button upon the next back pocket and all them something there. Me don't make sure say make the pleat them, whatever this and that. So me never have that, so you don't know some man go a road and whatever. So me, Raga Shanti, going at the people in supermarket and a thief Mills and Boone, one book where woman love, I'm going to sell them. I'm a thief bag and spray. I'm a thief one spray where Jamaicans in love. I don't know if it's still there. They name Pyro. Yeah, my thief Pyro. Yeah, man, going to the supermarket and thief people them things and go sell them and get money. And that's how I get the money and then I go buy things. And then I go dance. Because when Balzi, who was a selector for Silver Ark and them sound, they were me used to follow. And say, yellow and black can do it. You try and make sure say you have your yellow and black for where you go to dance. Else the girl nah dance with you. You understand and all these things. So I be a trouble. Hey, before you know it, look a war and thing. Me and my brother David. I'm a brother right now. All kind of things reach me. Enough wars. Me get stab up people and thing and whatever. First, me end up at Stone Hill jail. Me do a little stretch this up. Then me go Constant Spring jail. No, it was Constant Spring jail, Stone Hill jail, and then Halfway Tree jail and thing. Wholly pass up me go on. Except, wholly pass trouble and thing. Get to life and thing and just out in the street and hustle and thing and whatever and just fall in a wrong company. Start juggling with some man from the area and thing, who are gunman. Me never see them as gunman. Me never grown a father. Them was my role model. Start whole gun. Whether who bring me in it, whether who know whether from south to know what we are talking about, whether look at Robert Sidney, Ujibap and all them people, whether give me the first gun and all them thing there. Me remember when me whole gun the first time and me walk out and just dying to see somebody for back it pan. Dying and I look at man that come down and I say, hey, where you around here, sir? And the man look at me as I look at boy. I say, look at pissy tail boy, go on in your yard. Who go tell him to do that? But just back out the gun and say, who you talk to? The man say, Jesus Christ, I said, I pick my mama have. I'm the best behaving one. Do me a begging, don't kill me. And the power I felt with that gun as a little boy, seeing this grown man humbled in seconds and whatever. But when I ever talk my mother, because she send me go church. And church give you conscience. Church give you balance to them, something and whatever. So church save me, I'm not afraid for talk and thing or whatever. But, any of me just go down the part, them would end up kill people and one bag of stuff. But anyway, me end up going to the Stone Hill approved center before it was girls, right? And when me reach 18 and then when I come out now, my auntie take me and carry me go Augustone because my mother did dead and I never have nowhere to go. And she take me and I sleep on the veranda at night time and all these things and whatever. And I say me have to go do something for myself. And I go down to the Jamaica National School of Drama and thing and whatever and try to get in and manage to get in because I did have one subject. And it would just happen to be the subject we never have to study for. English. And for those of you who don't know, them time that we have CXC and them something there and GCE, General sitting under a certificate exam. But anyway, so while I was at the Jamaica National School of Drama, at the back of the School of Drama, there are 4 schools on the campus. At the time, it was a cultural training center. Now it's the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, and it's a part of the University of the West Indies. But back then, it was CTC. And it has the Jamaica School of Art, the Jamaica School of Music, the Jamaica School of Dance, and the Jamaica School of Drama. So behind the Jamaica School of Drama, all of the thugs them, the real general in panic. We used to go around this every day and we smoke weed, some good Westmoreland weed, and a beer reasonings, and just beer meds, reasoning. And one time also mine, the King Japan ends and thing, but Guinness was there the other day, Jamaican thing, if you're a gangster, Guinness the thing there, and whatever. So Guinness and weed and beer reasoning and thing and whatever. And one day, one Owen Blacker Ellis came up there. And Blacker talked to somebody else. He never did a talk to me. He did a talk to somebody else. But at one point in the conversation, Black and now start to explain this thing about phenotype and them something there, whatever. And the relationship between, European, white supremacy. I know they devalue the Africanness in us. And Blacker was the first person I heard explaining how this thing came about. That if your nose broad, you're ugly. That was the first time I heard it, and I never meet my talk to him. I mean, I stand up there, and me have my big spliff, and me I smoke my spliff, and me I listen to money, and me I say, boom, because a bad word. BB clot. In my mind, and me I listen, and me just absorb what Blacker say. Now, the irony is, at that time, I only can call Blacker and tell him, at that time, Blacker did not burn out Jesus Christ and the church. And I explain how Europeans use that to oppress I and I, the black Jamaican people. The irony of that now is that Blacker is now a Christian. Black and I probably need to have a conversation one day, because I'm sure I can learn a lot from him about his growth too and whatever, because what you see there, very often is not what you think it is. But Blacker at that time, by making that explanation, right? Something that I should have been taught in school. Something that I should have been learning, just like how Jewish kids learn about them holiday from them at 4, 5, and 6. But should I learn them something in our school? Something that should have been taught in our institution. Something that should have been institutionalized across the country. So that even the ones who were attacking me and attacking others, weaponizing, using the same weapons that the white racists over hundreds of years taught us to use against our one another. They too should have been going through some learning where they would just instinctively not even think of that, because I'm just proud of where they come from. But the first time he heard that was from Blacker. And people that just brought me on a journey after that, because Blacker's argument at that time that this is the philosophy of Rastafari. And I saw Blacker explain something what make me know, it give me a kind of strength now where people, let me show you how powerful the thing is. When Blacker explained that, at that time, me start look for all of my attackers, them, Remember, me I think, say, but, oh. So not only me I think, say, but okay, but me I think, say, but them are idiot. What that mean is, if you explain it, is me thinking, say, oh, them I did the idiot. Is that some knowledge was shared. The knowledge was indirectly shared, because it was me did attack to. And that knowledge was so powerful that my enemies were immediately reduced to nothingness. They became, not just immediately, I say everything was hunky-dory, but I say at that time, those who had so much power over me in ridiculing my African-derived features, at that time, he started looking at them as idiot because of a knowledge that was shared to me. And that brought me on a quest to learn more. And I saw now, me start a look at Walter Rodney, look at Gene Bintabreeze, some Mikey Smith, who don't know that some poet or whatever. I saw me hear people that talk about one man named Plano, and all them something there and thing or whatever. And me never have no need for become a Rasta, And I never ever became a Rasta. But me realize, say, Rasta says something where make me feel so powerful and make me feel, say, nothing wrong with my nose. By the time me go so boom, 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 and I make a couple moves, and I end up at Vassar College, and me go in a psychology because me go through so much trauma and go up that me thinks a psychology was it this. Them say psychology study human behavior. So my reasoning was, well, psychology will give me the tool to understand certain things. So me end up going to psychology, and major in psychology. And when me there Vasa now, me I hear about African scholarship and all them something there and the book Things Fall Apart, and me I said, no, sir, I need to get more of this, Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart. And I saw now, me go major in Africana studies too. And take Dr. Constance Berkeley class. Great books of the non-Western world. I read about a book by an author called Ngugi wa Thiong'o. What about the importance of language and thing, language and identity. And I say, oh, so this whole thing about your chat bad and all them something there, whatever, and some start learn, say, what is chat bad? The worst Jamaican say a chat bad is the closer is the chat bad to the lexicon of our ancestors and whatever. I realize, say, hey, them white people, they really mash we up, man. Them white racists, they really mash up and I make they out and devalue one another and kill one another upon a certain level and whatever. We don't even see the connection. You see me? See me end up write my thesis upon Rastafari. But me go so and I go do my PhD. Me didn't want to come down for go do a thing at 9 Mile, but them time there you don't know where I look for your papers and all them something. And immigration tell me, say, well, because I was a social scientist anthropologist, you had to do field work. So I wanted to come to Jamaica for work and line it up for work for work with the Rasta them up at 9 Miles, Bulby and thing. But the immigration at the time said, you can't leave, before this thing, before we finish process your application. But if you leave, there's no guarantee you're going to come back. So I said me have to change up my thing and do something else. I'm going to do a thing human-computer interaction and identity in the workplace. And take my PhD dissertation. But from that, as soon as I get my PhD, Professor Shaman said, would you like to come to Jamaica and teach at the university? I was like, yeah. Buy my job at Jamaica. I said, what you want to do? I said, Prof, I want to learn about Rastafari. I want to learn more about Rastafari. So you study this thing and whatever. And him say, yeah, man, you're in the right place and thing. And him say, but you have to make me teach you how to teach Caribbean culture. I said, no problem, Professor. And thing, but I'm going to ask you one other thing. I want to design a class band dance hall. And thing, I say, yeah, man, I'm alive again and whatever. And thing, and we learn up with something them and thing, right? And then now, from them time they do, because, you see, from the younger do people, you just have some Rasta. Them not like white Christian doctrine, When we teach self-hate, But say if me not go church and you have some Rasta man in the community and if them see me not go church, them say, no man, why am I going to church? Them always send me go school and send me go church and whatever and tell me for drink. You see, all I say me want to talk about drink enough water. That wasn't the case. And I be a sugar, I be a sweet to drink. Everything have to sweeten. With one bag of something and thing, I Rasta and drink enough water and I look a boy. Make sure you drink enough water and cleanse out you. Yeah. So because of that now, me need want learn more about Rasta. I always hear say some Rasta gone back Ethiopia, Shashamani and thing and whatever. And it was just a lifelong quest. And I save up my money and all these things and whatever. And with the money when I save up and one bank go take show off. I'm going to give me one credit card with $5,000 limit on it. I say, Ethiopia, here I come. Yo, and I Ethiopia the thing then. Yeah, man. And when I go Ethiopia now, two Tam farmer who they just happen to be married at the time, they're not married now. Zanaba and Dylan, but Zanaba father, a Rasta, Krenko. Well, I don't know him as Krenko, but when we go Ethiopia, this man tell me say Krenko him name. And him said, nah, man, you need to link with a man when you go over there, man. He's my right, man. Desmond. And I saw him drop a eat when we go Ethiopia and thing. And when we go Ethiopia, me know say, when I say tourist. And then I go some powerful place. So I just hear about when I drop a Ethiopia. And I say, no, would I love to go them thing then a base fan one and not talk about, But say Shashamane, I come here for go. And I go down to Shashamane and I meet Desmond. When we meet Desmond, who at the time, 12 tribes of Israel from Jamaica did save up money and I send back people to Ethiopia, one, and he was the fourth person to come over them time. And at the time when we meet him, 40 years him did, I never go back to Jamaica. 40 years him did, I never go back to Jamaica. When we meet the man and thing and whatever, and him I go carry me go Shashamane the next day. I beg him, I say, I know say, it really the link is so you carry me go Shashamane tomorrow, but I just talk to you and your energy and your vibes and thing. can I please interview you right now, right here, right now, inside of a hotel right here, sir? And him say, yeah. And it was for my, because I never go there for do nothing, you know. I go there for my personal journey. It was my pilgrimage. It was my thing when me have to do for my spirituality and thing for just get a glimpse into this thing and get a feel for this thing and get an organic connection to it. You understand? And powerful it was indeed when you talk to the rest of them. They no, me not go on the thing, you know. Me not lie, you know. I know somewhere I want to live. I'm not here to romanticize the thing like some people or whatever, right? I know somewhere I want to live. But what I went there for, I got. And there was so much more to get there, but I couldn't stay longer, right? Because I did it for about a week or so. And thing, but I just show you my journey, come right up to where, based upon where, Rasta teaching liberated me from those chains that were arresting my mind and facilitating anger and self-destruction, not only in me, but in those around me, having us at a point where we fight each other over whether or not a nose ugly because it broad, right? A Rasta make me evolve from this. So. If I never for Rastafari, I tell you something, I probably end up a kill be people and dead a long time. And, interestingly, the church too. Because my mother grew me up in a church too, you know. And whatever you may say about church and its European ideals and whatever, church teach you a kind of decency and give you a kind of conscience. That's my argument. Church give you conscience, right? But Rasta played a pivotal role. And there's so much more to this. There's so much more to this, right? But we don't have no time for going out and thing, but me just want you to know and have a sense of why I am thankful to Rastafari. I am not a Rasta. And I'm not going to be a Rasta in the strict sense. But just like how me can get some knowledge out of the Shinto religion when me go Japan, just like how me can get knowledge from different denominations, just like how me get some knowledge when me from, you know, some knowledge to live by when me go China, Guangdong, right? Me can filter out certain things and say, you know, say that's enough for me, but this resonates with me and whatever. And I just want you to know, say, my Jamaican experience, where I have so much to be proud of as a Jamaican. So much to be proud of as a Jamaican in terms of our accomplishments and just in terms of our life and our energy and our effervescence and, you know, our ability to overcome, you know, difficulties and challenges and just to be happy. And there's so much there. There's so much richness in the Jamaican culture. But there's still so much that is awful in the Jamaican culture that is due to the residue of our plantation past that unfortunately is still reinforced today, and at times it's given lip service as if people really care about it. But there's no significant effort being made to institutionalize the concepts and the things that's good. People, black empowerment, celebration of Africa is not taught in Jamaican schools. Sometimes when I up here, I want to see some group, I want to wonder if them strong, I want to see them keep themselves to themselves. I not say if it be like them, you know, but them realize the value of teaching them kids certain things from early out. Sometimes when I see some, you know, the Jews them here, the Orthodox Jews them or some other group, I want to see some other group how strong them is and whatever, and I say, you think that happened by accident? It didn't happen by accident. It happened by multiple reasons, but one of them is them realizing that, you know, so certain things they perpetrate against we, and in order to correct this in a lived and permanent way, we need to pay some attention to what we're teaching in our institutions, right? When I worked at the YMCA Camp Jewel in Coldbrook, Connecticut, I was shocked out of my head when I was working with the youngest kids who were 8 years old. Those kids knew everything about every one of them holiday. Rosh Hashanah, this and that. At 8-year-old, them understand everything already. Them understand them history. Them understand this and that war and whatever. Whether or not you agree with it. What I'm saying, it was taught to them. We don't get them somebody at Jamaica. But yet, as Ragashanti said, yeah, we want to sort out panic. No, that's how this is what is tearing up the country, the bright people. Them run out. Back in them time when you go through certain things, I mean, watch what go on and whatever, and them attack certain people say, you're not uplift the nation, you're not this and that and whatever. Bad ladies sorry from Antigua because, you know, this and that and whatever. But yet still, them not embrace the things them what them need to embrace and distill to the people to make them collectively get stronger psychologically, psychoculturally. Them never do them something there. So all the bright, them are bright, them never bright. And again, there's so much more we can say, but me just say within that context, that's my journey. But me say within that context, Jamaica owes so much to Rastafari. And it's the same, residue of our colonial past that is not making it sexy or fashionable or cool. To stand up and praise Rasta for what them do for the country. And all them do, them just throw some lip service. But we owe a lot to Rasta. Enough I want to embrace right now in terms of being proud of yourself. Rasta is the first group of people me here say that. I don't know about before me, but in my time when I picked me, I grew up, Rasta are the first set of people me here I send them something. Now a lot of this is just standard now. It's a status quo, it's normal, par for the course and thing in Jamaica. Even though it not really depend on the level where it need for them to make us strong as a people as we potentially can be. So, as an individual, I am very, very thankful to Rastafari and will remain so for the rest of my life. I am now comfortable in my skin. It's a joy to me for joke about being called Donkey Nose Hole. It's a joy to me for still have a big nose. I'm going to put up my nose in the video. I'm going to put up my big nose in the video. And I'm proud of it, right? And I enjoy that power for know say somebody can come here and attempt to insult me about something about me that is a derivation, that is derived from my ancestors. Like somebody can come here and weaponize that, forget at me. It's a joy for me for somebody can come and we can just laugh off of them or joke on them and banter them and don't feel the need for go stab them up with a plastic fork. Right? That is power. That is power. Whole heap of power. Me like my lip them, me like my thick lip. It's a joy for me for see people that hate me, but yet still hate me because of my blackness, but yet still let me lay down in the sun every day I try to be dark. It's a joy for me for have my thick lip and see white people I put what they call it collagen in them lip for pump up them lip and all these things. I enjoy the irony. And sometimes I enjoy watching them in them misery and them contradictions. I know how stupid them is. I know how them are vacillate from one side to the other side and them not steady. Them not grounded. Them not have that roots up there where me have right, I am untouchable. Yeah. It's a joy for me for Walla Walla, my indigenous language. I hear people talk this and that. Him have a PhD and him a talk so. And it's not uplift. When people chat them to me, say the poor idiot. It's a joy for me for know say the woman who did see Joe and Andrea Hutchins upon TV with what we call China Bump. I mean a black one mix called Nubian Plats or whatever. And I said that bumpy girl for come on off a TV or whatever. It's a joy for me for know say that woman is a damn idiot. Come on, when me the younger boy I never know. But I think say Joe and Andrea Hutchins are ugly too. It's a joy for me for say a woman can cream her ear and think her process her ear and me still can move good with her, whatever. But at the same time, if a woman keep her ear natural and just let it out or whatever, I can say that's a beautiful woman right there. President, I have to take a break right now. But me just have to share this with you, because I see some things are going on at Jamaica, still are going on with Rastafari and whatever. And again, me not hear the powers that be come out with the force where them should have come out with. Me not hear the powers that be come out with the outrage where them should have come out with certain things that still are up against the Rasta people in Jamaica. People, we can have differences, intra-cultural differences, and still respect our brothers and sisters. But the truth is, Jamaica to this day is still suffering from the poison of racism, imperialism, colonialism, as it was administered, delivered, perpetuated for hundreds of years in our country. And some people still gain value from that in terms of high social status and them things, that them still benefit from that. So them no one go stir up nothing for them go lose value there. So. But within all of that, I give thanks to Rastafari, and I think the nation of Jamaica should do the same. And I think some effort should be made to really document how Rasta write about Selassie and this and that and whatever, you know. But Jamaica should really, document as clear as possible ways in which the country has benefited from the teachings, the fight, the struggle, the determination, the philosophy, the convictions of Rastafari. And give credit where credit is due. Not only because you should acknowledge good when there is good, but also because in doing so, you'll be sending a message to the country that their contribution was indeed valuable. And when we recognize their contribution, we should grow on that, expand that, and quite frankly, teach it. Teach it in our schools. Teach it in our institutions. Thank you. I'm going to take a break. The break is going to be a little long because we have to double it up and think, because this is still a business, though. And remember, this is not Tambourine Radio, no. This is the Bridge 99 FM. Okay? So the break going to be a little long and things. So forward.
Decades of hits from the classics to current tracks. You'll find it all on the Bridge 99 FM, the station for everyone.
Chasing Purpose on the Bridge 99 FM is designed to empower, uplift, enlighten, and inspire you on your purposeful journey.
I always believe in maximizing your full potential and not living by anyone's limitations.
You can change in a heartbeat. The problem is, do you believe in the change?
If you don't know your why, how do you even know that the things you're attempting to focus on are what you should be focusing on anyway?
I all the time pray to God to align me with not what my purpose is or what I think my vision of life should be, but what His vision and purpose on my life is. And when I find that alignment, when that alignment is there, that is when I see the most success, or me achieve the most of the goals that I have set out.
Chasing Purpose, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with repeats on Sundays 9 p.m. right here on the Bridge 99 FM to the world.
This is Raga Shanti inviting you to listen to my show, Raga Shanti Live on the Big Band, the Bridge 99 FM.
No make me go off like bam bam.
York City, the Caribbean's largest party festival touches down this summer with a superstar lineup of DJs and entertainers. New York's finest. Jabba, DJ Spin King, Platinum Kids, Young Chow, DJ Entourage, DJ Paul Michael, Sal Infrared, Max Glazer, Ricky Platinum from DC, and joined by Jamaica's hottest sound, Chromatic and Copper Shot. Queen of the Dance Hall, Spice, performing live. Bungie Garland out of Trinidad and Tobago. Get your tickets online now at dreamweekendny.com.
We all want to go higher, higher in this life. BPM Financial is the way to go higher, higher in this life. At BPM, your dreams are possibility. BPM Financial will share your hope, help you build, help you save for what life brings. Higher in this life.
Visit us at 1A Holborn Road. BPM Financial, taking you higher.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Rock Ashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
Yeah, man. A couple weeks now, some of you have been noticing Tammy Graham's post, I think, or whatever, and I was trying to ignore it and thing, but just people. Tammy is a Tam farmer, and Tammy support Tam Fam. She has been supporting Tam Fam from long time, and but people enjoy the show in different ways. Unfortunately, it has always been Tammy's style to. Tammy have a thing where she love to tell you what you have to do, right? And when she's listening, she know what she wants to hear, and she can be very expressive about what she wants to hear. Now, and she can use language in that regard and very expressive. That is how Tammy has been for years. It's hurting. One thing I can say to you, though, I know some of you have some interesting opinions here, but Tammy's a Tam Fam. She has always been Tam Fam. Someone to understand why I go about this. But she has always been like my best suggestion to you is just ignore her writing her caps and her done and her give directions and whatever. There was a time when me kind of reach out to her for say, balance it. But big door Tammy with that, right? Because if Tammy see me right now, it's Professor, whatever, and enough laugh and thing, genuinely so. I just fear her flow that on the wall, I just fear her flow that on the wall. So I do know it can be a turn off to some of you in terms of some of the things that we should post. I think, and I have an opinion about it, but honestly, she really, really care for Tambourine family and thing and so forth. But that is how she enjoy the show. She give directions and she writing her caps and this is done and stop this and ready. That is Tammy. That just leave it there. The interview with Desmond, again, it's available on YouTube, on a YouTube channel called Culture Raga. It's the only thing over there right now, but it's called Culture Raga. So for those of you who want to see that interview, remember now, the entertaining side with the mix-up and whatever, that is a Raga Shanti world. That has loads of content over there. But the vision for that channel is the fun stuff. And I've been posting old shows, and you guys have been enjoying them immensely. Some of you get a little bit frustrated that you're spoiled now, because I've been putting out a show every day, but people, those shows have to be edited, have to go through those shows and take out a whole heap of things where, I can't go post on YouTube. Take out all of the advertisements them from years ago and things like that. And that takes time, and it's me do it, because I know what works. I know what to take out, and I know what works. And I'm also busy otherwise, making sure I can take care of my obligations, that I have and so forth. So I don't have 24/7 to do this. So, and again, we're talking 20 odd years of radio and with a lot of recordings over them time. So I have content up the wazoo. So I'll be putting out content for a long time to come. So, but don't get confused. So the happy, crazy, mix-up entertainment, that is at Ragashanti World. Right? That is at Ragashanti World. The serious stuff, the more serious stuff, it's going to be on Culture Raga. And again, those are 2 channels on YouTube. And I do want you to subscribe to them. So somebody like Karen Harris now, me can tell you, say, when me start put content over Culture Raga, me know Karen, now over there, so she go there, right? Hills and Park Barber, when me start put content over there, so them are go there over Culture Raga. I just don't want certain serious stuff for in the mix-up realm. And it's part of branding too. When people go to a channel, when you watch a TV and you go on a channel, you know what you're going to get because other thing they're on a channel. So, to the extent that I'm now doing the YouTube thing, you don't want, in terms of what consumer preferences, to have content that is highly contrasting to the general public, right? So that is why I have Culture Raga separate from Ragashanti World, right? And as I indicated earlier, Culture Raga going to have the stuff that where Tammy Graham not like. Could beat out our nasty. But don't tell you do it up. Me nah war Tammy or Latoya Bogues or Tammy Graham, because if them 2 women that curse you have to question if you're going to make it go heaven. Right? So Tammy not going to like Culture Raga. But Tammy will listen to Ragashanti World because of that she like. And she going to listen to it and cuss and probably post and cuss me or whatever. That is Tammy. Right? But for the folks who you've been asking for certain commentary and a lot of the things that have been happening in the United States and so forth, that you love those things, I'm going to put those over Culture Raga again. So I want everybody to like both channels, like Culture Raga and Ragashanti World. I'm just telling you what the distinction is, right? So that you're on, when I was putting up Desmond's interview, it just didn't seem right to put up his interview in a one will heap and mix up something. So that's why I created Culture Raga. And it's just his interview over there. It's long. It's about an hour. It's more than an hour and a half. So if you're not going to watch the interview, be prepared for what, for just chill and watch it for a while. But I guarantee you would, for those of you interested in this type of stuff and want to really know what is going on with Jamaican Rasta who repatriated to Ethiopia. If you're interested in them things there, and by extension, the ramifications for us as a people, and have some sense of history of where we have come from and what some of those struggles were, and how some people combat some of those, debilitating constructs that serve to dehumanize us in ways that resulted in us being self-destructive as a collective and whatever. That interview would give you great insight. I'm glad me didn't ask him to do it. I'm glad the spirit moved if I ask him, because me learn a lot from the interview. But I know it's not for everybody. Some people just want to laugh because them man that's stressed with COVID and them man left them and them have papers and this and that. So some people them don't want no politics and a serious thing. Them want to laugh and that for them release. So when you want that part there, go to Ragashanti World. Nothing over there so for your laugh or whatever. Subscribe and watch the content them and listen to the content them. But again, the serious part of the thing, and people who want to see the interview, if you want to see the Desmond interview, it's not in Ragashanti World. The Desmond interview is at Culture Raga. So you're asking me, oh, you don't see the Desmond interview at Ragashanti World? It's because it's over Culture Raga. All right? 2 different YouTube channels. But we want to subscribe to both anyway. All right? I'm going to take some call and see where the show goes for the remaining 25 minutes. Want to remind you that I'm here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 until 11 p.m. Jamaica time, 9 until 11 p.m. Jamaica time, 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. Jamaica time on the Bridge 99 FM. The Bridge 99 FM. You can listen in Jamaica on your radio, free-to-air radio. The Bridge 99 FM, Ragashanti, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I want to also remind you that we have before we get to that, you can also listen to Bridge on their website, which is thebridge99fm.com. 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 We're not getting into some of the confusion in terms of where you listen and so forth. But on Fridays, my show is simulcast. The show that is on the Bridge 99 FM on Fridays is also broadcast on Irie Jam Radio in New York. So the Jamaica time is 9 to 11. The New York time is 10 to 12. So on Fridays, you can hear me on the radio in New York as well as... President, moving on. Come here and take some call now, you know. Okay. Right? So that's simulcast. I won't get into the other things, what you call it, because some people get confused when I think I'm explaining everything. For some people, it appears that if you explain too much, then get even more confused. So I'm trying to keep it simple and pointed here. You also want to follow the Bridge 99 FM on all social media sites, right? The Bridge 99 FM on all social media sites, okay? And I want to remind you that pretty much every presenter on TV, on radio, wherever, they have their own social media platform. It is Sean Hannity on Fox News, Rachel Maddow at MSNBC, Anderson Cooper, Chris Cooper. Everybody have them social media name on Twitter, on this and that and whatever, as do I. So don't be confused by that, okay? Right? I want to keep it. I am on social media. I'm on, Instagram, Ragashanti World, Facebook, Ragashanti World, Twitter, Ragashanti. But, I just want to keep it focused because there's just so much out there right now that can confuse people, right? So for me, Ragashanti World. Go to Ragashanti World. Subscribe there for Mix Up Entertainment. Ragashanti World. And without apology, you know me love laugh. You know me love the Ray and love the this and that. And I love making you laugh, right? Well, big up Mataran, who shelled down the thing with the tying mix up Monday and talk up something and thing. That was great. And I'm going to open the phone lines now, and I'm going to leave it to go where it wants to go for the next 20 minutes or so. And the number from Jamaica is 676-4996, 676-4996, 676-4996, 676-4996, 676-4996. You call in, and if you want to talk on what I spoke on, what Tony Rebel and I started talking about, and what I went and gave my presentation about. If you want to call in and talk about that, that's fine. If you want to call in and talk about anything else, that's fine. If you want to call in and talk about the mix-up, that's fine. Okay? I said what I wanted to say. I said what I wanted to share, and that's it. And if you want to call in and talk about something that Tammy Graham will not like, that's fine. Don't be intimidated by Tammy. Don't Tammy mouth sassy and pepper and whatever, this and that. But Tammy has a veneer, you can look up that word, V-E-N-E-E-R, that is deceptive, right? Tammy is one of them people who know if to put out a strong, tough, bad girl face or whatever. But I read Tammy long time, you know. Tammy is a fragile little flower behind that facade of gangsterism and feistiness and rankingness and things like that. So they can call in and talk about anything you want to talk about. This is not Tammy's show. This is Ragashanti show. Me own this. And not even Tommy can come take over this. You understand? Who run the show? Miss Jerry Washbelly, Ragashanti. Okay, again, the number is 6 from Jamaica, 876 676 4996 876 676 4996 876 676 4996 876 676 4996. One more time, 876 676 4996. If you're calling from the United States or Canada, it's a toll-free number. That number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. Again, if you're calling from the United States or Canada, the toll-free number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. But if you're calling from Jamaica, that number is 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. While I wait to see if anybody call, this all... No, you know, so I'm not talking about them create something there. I'm not talking about them create. I'm not upon that. Don't go and deal with that because that thing they get so ridiculous right now. No, you know, while we see if anybody calling, this was thing with the Shakari. What's your name? Shakari Richardson. I would like to remind people that this is a young lady, right? That to me, she's a little girl, you know, right? And she strikes me as one of those people who come out of some very humble background. And she's a fighter. She's a fighter. And she has a confidence that, you know, that I actually admire. I admire her confidence. But her mouth light. Her mouth light. And she like it through her shade. And again, we have been noticing it when she drop her word at certain point or whatever. Apparently there are some bright people out there, as I mentioned before. They're still on this thing that we are pitting women against women and we need to stop doing that and whatever. And they have made this thing so deep because they're bright that they have lost the capacity to even appreciate where Shakari herself is coming from. Shakari like a drama, you know. You look at Shakari or she dress, you know, colorful she is, and you know, another FloJo type of something there and thing and whatever. And you know that she like the Ray. So she like the Ray, and people who like the Ray, them Ray back on her. Right? She start war, and people war her back. Right? Now, somebody got this Shelly-Ann and go call Shelly-Ann. Go say Shelly-Ann favor so and so at this. Shakari must go under the post and go like the post. Right? Them start beat her, kill her. And them gone in the realm of her mother. No, me not go do that. Me not go do that. But what I always tell people, one, no. First of all, me don't know if Shakari feels strongly about it when them take it to her about her mother who passed, right? We don't know, right? We don't know that. Me not go do that. Right? I just might think that. But what me I say is, for the people them who are kick up and a reel up about it, about two people gone and them man, it's the internet. The internet is the whole world. The internet reflects the diversity of the world. In the world, you have nice people, and you have people who not so nice, and you have people in the middle, and you have people who extreme. The internet have everybody out there. For all of you who want this kind of collective good behavior upon the internet, the whole of is a damn idiot. if you go up on the internet and say, oh, I'm feeling so beautiful today, I'm so beautiful, 10 people are going to praise you, and 10 people are going to say, me don't see what the beautiful there. You favor when balloon bus or something and that is the internet. You can't manage it, don't go out there. If somebody go out there, they're going to get beaten, allow it. Give me the call. Hello?
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
So I'm glad how you segue into that, because I was calling to talk about when Dr. Agri really telling them tumultuous lies, about a beautiful nose and them something there. It's foolishness. So you are come now about people must. Suppose it was the age of the internet and somebody just screenshot your nose and I'll post it out there.
You can't imagine.
What you would that do?
No, well on, Tina, well on. And for those of you who, because you know it go, Tina, you know you got a few, because it was a deep something. I'm going, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing. People, this is my friend, okay? Just so you understand. You can't say nothing bad around me, around that woman, and she got done you, all right? So when she can't, so we live. We done one another. So just a disclaimer. Katina, invariably, as the show done, I can't believe that she was a so. Are you okay? So what you say? Tina, you can't imagine them days when them a donkey nose mold me. If any of the internet did them, I dead mood, I dead. Because when them done remix my nose and put all the time. Well on, them would put the Titanic ship in my nose. The Titanic ship sinking a rag nose.
They would have put up all three emojis. They would have put up a donkey. And an emoji with a nose. And one with a big black hole on it. And then put a picture at the bottom. No, they would have put, like, the black hole where them say anything going on, disappear.
Yes.
And then put your nose beside it and something there. So, you come about Dr. Agri. He's a wicked man to look for you and tell you.
I want you loud, man. I know say you want a kiss off of my pretty nose. You want a kiss off of my good nose. Talk up to me. You want a kiss off of my good. You know what? The next time I see you, I go and just toops a little bit of my nose now right in your mouth right there, so I make you happy here. Just a little bit of my nose now, right in there. Say thank you in advance. So, Raga, you're tiny.
All right, thank you in advance. Thank you in advance.
Dirty woman.
Clean my teeth. You will know that clean my teeth. With a donkey nose yourself. More for better with a big ugly nose.
But big and serious though. I'm not tell you, it was so I can't even capture the magnitude of it, honestly. I just one of them things there. But you see, you would have known, I'm older than you, but you would have still known of them time there when things used to,
Yes, me usually go down to Bellevue now for a lot of people.
Go down to Bellevue now for what? For what?
For go with, but they have a family member who is kind of mad every minute,
Don't say mad. Don't say mad.
But
had some mental instability, right?
I can't bother with that. Mad. I can't listen to me. Indeed mad.
God,
okay?
I
tried. Yes, you can try. You can't expect nothing from an ag but a grunt.
You can't expect nothing from an ag but a grunt.
Yeah.
My God, I tried. Lord knows I tried.
Bless up yourself. So we know about the Bellevue weddings, but whatever.
And
donkey nose.
Well, and what make it worse, I actually live near there, because south down the road and thing and whatever. East Queen Street Baptist Church down the road, Calabar Arledge down the road and whatever. So, it was why. So, people in the area, them know you. See what you're going on there, whatever, thing like that.
Can you imagine all poor Miss Cherry with all you, because you have some bad people, them usually love push camphor ball up their nose and it's stuck. All you push all camphor ball up their nose, it last.
No, man, camphor ball is nothing, man. Camphor ball is nothing. You have to come with something different. Well, what you mean camphor? Who put camphor ball up in her nose?
Bad people. Yeah, usually if some little bad pin all the while, if end up a clinic, go them bad, them take them ball and a sniff the it smell good, and them usually put in a jar, them usually push
Well,
up
we
in
know
them
camphor
nose
ball put in a
and
jar,
mother.
but what you mean, picnic put, oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
but some
no,
pick
hold
me,
on, no,
man,
me
little
think you
usually
said,
give trouble and
no, I thought you just said the parents who push camphor ball up in them picnic. No, so I was like, why would a
no,
parent?
man.
Okay.
Them have the kids with them.
Right.
Them have them kids who do that and them have to use like a, no for them usually use like the crusher needle to try ease it out, you know?
Oh, well,
Yeah, man,
I
a
never
whole
know
bad
about
pig
that.
usually
Never
do
know
that.
about that. But me know say
No,
I
because
get to
you
camphor
would
ball
have
in
it stuck
everybody
your nose.
jar.
It would have stuck in your nose so you can't know.
Oh, if it's stuck
It
in
would
my
stuck your
nose.
so you can't know,
Listen
but
to
it's
me.
like a laugh.
Two camphor
It's
ball
a
can
laugh
hold in
your
a
nose.
one side of my nose. Three, quarter dozen.
Three, but
On
it is
one
a
side.
three.
You understand?
Three.
Yeah. And there's something there. Okay, understand the thing. I wanna you would love to have a nose like this because you can smell poison. That's why them poison your clot and whatever. The girl man where you did that take and whatever that's poison. And you'd have a big nose, you'd have able to smell the thing, don't. You'd have able to smell it.
And guess what?
What?
I insist say, oh, you have a pies the poison. You say, I'm still standing. No girl can pies the poison. You have poison.
Tina, we can't bother with you. Come on, my fool. We can't bother with you. Yeah. Tina the assassin. We rub out Big House. From that, I'm not hear from Big House again, you know. Big House, walk one. Big House, you make Tina. Hey, Big House, you can't make Tina intimidate you, you know. You have to juggle back in the thing, man. People do remember, you know, Tom Farmer's Tashina have our birthday, our party. When I say birthday. A birthday? I don't know if a birthday. Tashina have our party the 29th of this month. And it's $35. I'm telling you for going, $35, right? But don't make the admission run you. It's a food affair, food and music affair. And you pay for good food. Whole heap of food. All right? Whole heap of food. I am going there. I'm going to pay my $35 and go in. All right? Why me keep honest? Yeah, it's Sunday. Because the last time I did that was Saturday. And it's Sunday. So it's Sunday the 29th of August. So this Sunday I come up. And it's at, let me look for the thing. I'm looking for it in my phone. I'm not as quick as all you people out there who I don't know how to find things so quick. And here we go. Aha. It's called Tropical Twist, and it's Sunday, August 29th. And it's a Sunday brunch, and it's from 2 p.m. until 9 p.m. 2 p.m. until 9 p.m. It's in Queens. DJ Chris Cross will be there, DJ Hypeness, DJ High Life, right? And it's at 140-36 Latham Lane, Jamaica, New York. 140-36 Latham Lane. 140-36 Latham Lane. 140-36 Latham Lane, Jamaica, New York. That's Queens, of course. All right, and it's a food inclusive event. A food inclusive event, right? So good food I got there. And I happen to know, without getting in any too much details, that you will be getting quality food from a professional chef who I know personally who that person is, right? And this is Sunday, August 29th, right? So this Sunday, 2 p.m. till 9 p.m., Tashchin's Tropical Twist, right? So I will be there to give support and enjoy myself too. Sit down and eat some good food and hang out with you Tom Farmers and thing and have a joy because I that me appreciate. Prezi! I can't see the time, you know. Me need move that something there. Oh, okay, cool. All right then. So I will be there to enjoy myself thing and okay. And of course to give Tashchin support. But Tom Farmers, come out. It would be a joy for me if it was a hang out to do and I keep up with usual foolishness and I laugh and enjoy myself. I also want to remind you again, and I'm on this, please go over to my YouTube page and subscribe. A lot of you go over there and you watch the content and you listen to the content, but you don't subscribe. It's important that you subscribe. YouTube have these layers of things that they unlock based on how many subscribers you have. So I need to get subscribers in order for YouTube to unlock certain provisions. Of course, they're incentivizing you to put some effort into it. But that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So I want you to get, to get people to subscribe. Again, more than half of you who go over there and you enjoy the content, like 49%, you're not subscribers. It's about 51% that are subscribing out of all who are watching content. So I'm asking you, subscribe. Please subscribe. If you're watching content over Rag Ashanti World, make sure you subscribe, please. All right? And get your friends to subscribe. And, Tashin, somebody want to know if you'll be having seafood. They want to know the menu. I'll ask Tashin for the menu and let you know on Friday, guys. I know who is cooking the food, and I know it's an incredible cook. All right? But I'll ask her about that. No, that's reasonable for you to want to know what the menu is, particularly in this day and age where people want to have an idea of what the options are, or if there will be something there that you eat, with the understanding that there are some things that you don't eat. So that's understandable. So I'm going to ask her for the menu and share that with you. Okay, but again, I am on this. Follow everything that says The Bridge 99 FM, The Bridge 99 FM on all social media platforms. We are build the bridge and thing. And from my perspective, my show, I'm asking you again, subscribe to Rag Ashanti World. Rag Ashanti World. Oh, well, let me see if I can get a quick answer to the menu question and thing. The people, let me ask about menu, so I don't know what you can do. quick. I have about 3 minutes. Please subscribe to Rag Ashanti World. Just go over there and subscribe. If you've been going over there and you didn't subscribe, I'm asking you to subscribe now, because again, 49% of people, there are more than 5,000 people who subscribed. But put it this way then, if we go by what the analytics is saying, there are more than 10,000 people who are watching content over there, with 49% of you not subscribing. So I need you folks who are watching content over there to subscribe and to get your friends to subscribe too. All right? And again, it's Rag Ashanti World. Rag Ashanti World. Rag Ashanti World, YouTube channel, Rag Ashanti World. And again, I am posting. People, I'm busy during the days, but I'm nonetheless working real hard in editing up past content. And people were talking about years and years of content. So it's going to take me years to put them up. But they're pretty good. And you guys have been enjoying them so far, right? So it's going to be a process. So, it's going to be a thing where you keep coming back to the channel, because there will always be new stuff over there, because we're not around for putting the work in that regard, all right? So Rag Ashanti World, just go over there, subscribe, watch the content, listen to the content, but you must subscribe, okay? Just, the button is right there. It's a big red button. Subscribe. Just click that button there and thing. I'll be back this Friday. President thing going again, I'll be back this Friday again for another episode of Rag Ashanti Live, right here upon the Bridge 99 FM. Spread the word in Jamaica, people. A lot of everyday people in Jamaica say, I just find you. It now move, President. I just find it. So people spread the word in Jamaica. Let them know about the Bridge 99 FM. Richie B over here, Nicky Z over here, Kurt Riley over here, Tony Rebel over here. I'm a whole heap of Rory Stone Love over show over here and things. So this is a station with a difference. So spread the word in Jamaica, people. The Bridge 99 FM. Let them know about it. Let them tune in, log in, because we're here to entertain and inform and go out with a bag of things. And I do what I do best, which is to carry on and make you laugh and all these things without apology. Take care of yourself, people. See you this Friday.